So we're now continuing on with Chapter 7, the Excel tutorial. So we're going to work on 7.3 number 21, which I have right here. Now we're still working with the normal distribution, but now we're not working with the standard normal distribution anymore. The standard normal distribution has a mean of 0 and a standard deviation of 1 because you're always working with z-scores. Here we have a mean of 266 and a standard deviation of 16. Alright, so the first thing it wants to know is what proportion of pregnancies last more than 270 days. Alrighty then, so let's go here for A. Okay, so the thing to keep in mind about the normal distribution is that it always works with the left tail. That's true with the norm inverse and that's true with the NORMDIST. Those are the two functions we're going to be working with. So we're not going to be able to find more than 270 days right off the bat. What we're first going to do is find less than 270 days. Right? And then we're going to take it away from 1. So let's find this first. Less than 270 is norm. Okay, now we're not going to use NORMDIST. That's the standard. We're going to use NORMDIST, the first one, normal distribution. Now you use this one whenever they want a proportion, a probability, that kind of thing. You're going to use NORMDIST. So then it wants the x. X is 270. The mean was 266. The standard deviation is 16, and cumulative will be true. Always true for us. Enter. Now I know you might be worried about the 270 itself. Why do I include it or not include it? Remember that the normal distribution is a continuous curve, which means that the line 270 itself has no area because it's a line. So it's irrelevant whether you include it or not. Discrete distributions like the binomial and the other ones that we worked with in Chapter 6, it mattered, right? You had to be very careful about which ones you included and which ones you didn't include and so on. But in Chapter 7, not so much because the number 270 is irrelevant. The probability of 270 exactly is actually 0 because there is no area under the curve for a single line. It always has to be a region. So don't worry about the including 270 or not including it. Just always put it in. All right, now with that said, more than 270 would be 1 minus this number, right? So this one we found above is to the left of 270, if you will, and the number we're finding here is to the right. Now notice what do the two of them have to add up to? 1, and they do, right? So let me bold this, and oopsie, not that menu, oops, home menu. Let me make it bigger so I can see what the heck I'm doing. There it is. Awesome. Just to show you, you could have done this all at once. You don't have to do less than separate. You could have done more than 270 right from the start. You just have to realize that it has to be 1 minus NORMDIST. 270, comma 266, comma 16, comma true, right from the start. So to do right tail areas, it's 1 minus. To do left tail areas, like this one is up here, it's just regular NORMDIST. Now if that's too confusing for you, then don't do it that way. Then separate it. Do the less than and then the greater than and highlight the greater than on that case. All right, now what about part B? I think I can fit that in. It says what proportion of pregnancies last less than, okay, less than's to the left, so this isn't going to be hard, less than 250. That would be equal to whoopsie, spell it right, NORMDIST. Right? It's not SDIST, it's just regular DIST because this isn't the standard curve. We want 250, comma, 266, comma, 16. Oops, comma, true. Forgot about that. Enter. There you go. Bold it and, oh, it's under here, I think. There it is, under font. Awesome. All right, that's part A and B. I'll see you back here next time for parts C through F, hopefully.